Habari from East Africa Family. This is Professor Singer, and I'd like to talk to you about a significant shift that's happening in Africa. This shift is not just about changing alliances, it's about our continent's quest for true autonomy and the emergence of new global power dynamics. We will draw upon all resources, including Africa's diaspora, in order to make this happen. Let's delve into the heart of this matter. For decades, Africa has been under the influence of former colonial powers like France and the UK. But now, we're witnessing a remarkable change. African nations are increasingly turning towards Russia, seeking partnerships that respect their sovereignty and offer mutual benefits. This isn't just a simple change of allies, it's a profound statement of Africa's desire to break free from the remnants of colonialism. The narrative of African independence post-World War II has often been oversimplified. Western countries, despite their claims, have continued to exert a subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, form of control over African nations. This neocolonialism has been a reality for decades. African nations, supposedly independent, have been maneuvered and manipulated, their autonomy undermined by external forces. In this context, the rise of Pan-Africanism becomes crucial. Christine Ohinwa, in her thesis, argues that Pan-Africanism is necessary to counter Western liberalism, which she views as a modern form of colonialism. Liberalism, according to her, is a tool used by the West to maintain its dominance, often undermining non-liberal societies and labeling them as failed states. One cannot discuss this shift without mentioning Kwame Nkrumah, the former president of Ghana. I myself lived 5 years in Ghana during the post-Nkrumah era of the 1970s. Nkrumah was a visionary who understood the importance of self-governance and industrial development. His efforts to build a self-sufficient Ghana were remarkable, but they also made him a target. His eventual overthrow in a CIA-backed coup is a testament to the challenges faced by African leaders who dare to chart an independent course. A sufficiently informed African electorate will vehemently support leaders bold enough to resume the kind of courses of action envisioned by Nkrumah which lead to African sovereignty. Now, let's talk about Russia's role in this changing landscape. Contrary to some Western narratives, Russia's involvement in Africa is not about neocolonial ambitions. Instead, it's about building partnerships based on respect and mutual benefit. Take, for example, the reopening of Russia's embassy in Burkina Faso and the commitment to build a nuclear power plant there. This is in stark contrast to the approach of Western nations, which often focus more on military aid and security rather than on projects that directly benefit the people. This brings us to the concept of the domino effect, a theory from the Cold War era. Back then, it was about containing communism, but today, we're seeing a different kind of domino effect in Africa. Nations are moving towards a multipolar world, challenging the traditional Western-dominated global order. This shift is not just about political alliances, it's about a continent asserting its right to choose its own path. In conclusion, what we're witnessing in Africa is a significant geopolitical shift. It's a move towards true autonomy, a rejection of neocolonialism, and an embrace of multipolarism. This change is not just reshaping Africa, it's reshaping the world. And it's a story that deserves our attention and understanding. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to discussing these developments with you further. I'm continuing to work on developing our Tharaka Invention Academy courses, which will become available to the public in May of 2024.